Okay, folks, this will be an interesting one. I don't know how this one's going to turn out. I found it on the street or somewhere on the footpath. Actually, no, I think it was beside a footpath in a street. Yeah, it was. It was in the grass. I don't know how this one's going to turn out. This will be a challenging one. It looks a bit simple, but it could turn up nicely if I can make it do so. Okay, let's see what this is. It's the word eBay. We all know what eBay is, folks. Yeah, we're going to make this into something interesting. It looks pretty grotty and yucky and filthy and all the rest of it. It's a huge corporation and they really, make a lot of money out of people selling shit all the time and all the rest of it. I haven't used them for a while, actually. I used them years ago. I don't have much to say about them, folks, so yeah. I know they're a big company. A lot of people use it to buy and sell things. I haven't used them for years. They look interesting, like you can buy a really good bargain off them. And that's a bit too big. I'll maybe move it across and maybe move it down. This paper is a nuisance behind it. So I'm just going to overlap it a little bit and move it down. So make it look a bit better. Yeah, didn't move it down enough. Looks like it's filling the page quite nicely. I just need to move it down. It's at 400% on the vertical. So I'm trying to get it into a nice position. Just a bit dirty. Maybe make them a bit less on the horizontal, or maybe we'll keep it that way. I wish we had more power on the enlargement. I wish we can go beyond 400%. And unfortunately, the photocopier industry, when it comes to innovation, has stagnated. They don't have any new features because they don't have any people who are willing to make a difference and to make the equipment more versatile and more interesting. The industry's full of idiots and charlatans and assholes. The whole photocopier industry is eaten out by the white ants of capitalism, of overthinking money over innovation. The photocopier industry is just stagnated, folks. so we don't have any new ideas or anything exciting. It's all shit. It's all fuck. And I'm really over it. And yeah, you just can't do anything interesting with the equipment anymore. What you just have this what's called legacy software from previous iterations. Nothing really new and exciting. So yeah, the industry's really, and that's come up looking quite what we want. Going to make this into a movement piece. How predictable, folks. But basically the photocopier industry is full of shit, and they don't know how to make a decent piece of equipment. I'm going to put it on this dot matrix and see what we can get out of that. But the industry is just so full of shit, and they just focus on changing the hardware, but they don't give us any new ideas for software. They don't give us any new software. It's come up looking quite interesting. You can just see the crinkles more, and it's more interesting than just that. I think we'll work with that. Yeah, the photocopier industry is just full of shit, and you just can't convince the idiots that they need some more interesting ideas to keep the industry viable, but they don't care because they just care about money. The kind of people we need running the photocopier industry from top to virtually bottom, except for clerical jobs. We need what's known as toner heads. Toner heads are basically photocopier nerds, and they're the ones that have the ability to make a really, really good product. But we don't have them anymore running the industry. We don't have them in the industry. They're all on the sidelines. They've become almost like fanboys and fangirls of their respective companies, and they don't have a say, and I think it's humiliating for them to be reduced to nothing more than fanboys and fangirls of the industry that as we know it. They all slavishly, not all of them, a lot of them slavishly follow their favourite companies, but what they don't know is that these companies don't care about them. They don't care about anything but money. Money is the only thing it's interesting. Money is the only thing the industry really has a vested interest in. Unfortunately, the toner heads no longer they do belong, but they're not in the R&D labs anymore. They're not in management. They don't do anything, but they've become just fanboys and fangirls. They just sit on the sidelines, and they still pledge allegiance to companies that don't care, and they just don't care about how the toner heads feel, and the toner heads just allow it to happen now. What else can they do? They're not able to find work in that industry, and they become hobbyists. And basically, as hobbyists, they try to keep machinery alive. They try to do whatever improvements they can make, despite not having an R&D lab and not having any support from the industry. Yeah, and they just basically, they don't have a say in anything anymore. It's just all about, the industry's just all about money, folks. Just about money. Nothing more, nothing less. What can I say? I'm disappointed, folks. Very disappointed. And one day, these bitches in the industry will fall on their swords. I will. I'm determined I'm going to destroy these companies. Not all of them, perhaps, but most of them will be severely damaged or destroyed by my influence, and I will. I'm very angry, I'm very frustrated, and I'm not a fangirl, and I'm not a fanboy, and I do feel I can do some real damage. I'm really angry. I've got every right to be angry, and I'm not going to let these bitches in the industry who run the industry take it over. They're taking it over, but they're not going to have it forever. I'm smarter than they are. I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to fucking take it over. one day I'll be rich and I'll give most of my money away to good causes. I want these equipments to last 60 years. The hardware's got to last 60 years, not 5 years. And basically, we got to keep updating the software, make the software more interesting and more adaptable. And basically, yeah, make it more adaptable and customizable. You can put in some new software and choose. You don't have to take what's in the equipment. You just buy what you want and what you need, nothing more, nothing less. And basically, there's a lot of improvements I want to make on photocopier technology, and I'm not going to allow myself to be a fangirl. I'm not a fangirl. That's right, industry. I'm not a fangirl of any company. I don't pledge allegiance to any company, and I never will. The only allegiance I'll pledge will be to myself and the good work that I want to do for this world as the industry leader. I'm not interested in being a fanboy, or should I say, in my case, a fangirl. I'm not interested, folks. I refuse to be pigeonholed into that area, to be treated like shit, to be made to feel stupid because I'm a fucking fangirl. I'm not a fangirl, folks, and I won't be. I'm going to be my own fangirl to my own self and my own ways, and if you don't like it, fuck yous all, suckers, stupid money fuckers. See a little rhyme there, folks. I'm not going to let any money fuckers take the future of the photocopier industry. These equipments have to be made to last so that we can save our planet from electronic waste. Really bad disposal methods used by, I suspect, strongly used by the photocopier industry, and I'm not happy with that. So I'm just going to double down on my efforts to ruin the industry. I will. I'm not interested in the way that they are. I'm not interested in entertaining their narrow-minded ideas. I'm not interested in being run over like a fucking racetrack. So just because I'm a tonerhead doesn't mean I'm a fangirl, as I said and reiterated so many times. I'm not interested, folks, in being a fucking fangirl. I refuse to be put into that category because I am a leader. I see myself as a leader and I want to lead the industry because I love photocopiers and I love nature and I want to help others, and I'm not interested in doing the crap that these bitches are doing now with the environment and with the human race, making a mess, making a tragic, horrid mess, a stupid mess. No, I'm not interested. I'm not going to be like these bitches. I'm not going to reiterate their stupidity, their carnage on this world. I'm not going to, folks. I refuse. I'm going to make the world a better place, and that's my prerogative, and that's what I want to do. And stuff these bitches, they can go fuck themselves. That includes you, Shire Yamana, Konica Fucktard Minolta, stupid company. Fuck yous. Fuck yous all. The industry as a whole is a fuck up. Now this has come up looking quite interesting. This is this version, last version. And this version looks interesting for an eBay thing. I don't know if I like the colours in that. Again, I'm finding I'm pushing the limits of this equipment. I'm making it really hard. I'm finding it really hard to get anything good out of this kit. I'm not finding the features. I do wish I could just upgrade my features. I could just somehow import them into this equipment. I can't program, folks. I'm disabled at this stage. I don't have the technology needed for me to become. Now that's come up looking really hot with that change of setting. But basically, yeah, I might be disabled. I may have brain damage that's preventing me from learning how to code and learning how to do this and that. But I'm not going to let this brain damage be my forever problem. I do believe that technology and medicine will merge and will make they already have merged. It's just that they've got to improve. And I need the bionic brain implants to help me to realise my dream as a future leader of the photocopier industry. So I need technology to help me, and I need the technology to be technology that's useful, not the shit that we have today, not the crap. We need fucking futuristic shit. We need real technology, real innovation. We need real stuff. Not the shit, not the pansy stuff that we have now. This stupid fuckwittery, which really doesn't work. This is so clumsy. Look at it, folks. This is the photocopier contingent, of course, as we know it. But we have to change things, and we've got to clean up our environment too. We've got to think of cleaning up third world countries and countries like China and India, who've become surely unwilling recipients of e-waste dumping mainly from first world countries. Not fair. Not fucking fair, folks. Not fair. Why should they become our fucking dumping grounds? Why? It's not right. And even in Australia we get electronic waste dumped here as well. It's not right. It's not helping our planet, not helping humanity. But we have useless people in the photocopier industry, and I'm sure there's other industries which need to be cleaned up and need to be changed, but my contribution to this world will be to change the photocopier industry, and I'm hoping that'll have knock-on effects in other industries and other areas of human endeavour and improvement. And we need to improve things. We need to fucking improve, not fucking stagnate, not go backward. We've got to go forward, folks. We need technology, but I'm sick to hell of this stupid charlatans. The people we need in power in the photocopier industry, as I said, they're mainly fanboys and fangirls. They're called toner heads. Toner heads are basically photocopier nerds and geeks who it's like they're born to do this, to make. They're born to create. They're born to do this. When they're not allowed to do it, they shrivel up and die, and they try to pander to the dickheads of the industry now because the dickheads have control, and that's not right. That's not acceptable. There's more of these toner heads than you'd imagine. I met one, and he used to work for Xerox and Canon, and back in 1997, 1998, these people like him were made redundant from the industry and in favour of cheap dum-dum labour. Dum-dums, folk. That's why we have such shit today, because the toner heads don't have a say anymore. They don't even live in the R&D lab. And that's come up looking quite interesting. I think we can now call this demo quits.